Okay guys, so now it's time to decorate our fully built and fully smoothed out bowl that now has 3 feet added, tripod feet, or you could call them legs. One leg is a little wonky. It kind of kicks out funny like a kickstand on a bicycle, but I'm going with it. I'm accepting that flaw. It looks like it would be wobbly because of that, but it's not, I promise. I did not put weight on the feet initially. I gave it about 20-30 minutes before I felt comfortable doing that. So all the feet are level, and you're going to have to check for that. You're going to have to kind of gauge that and double check for wobbliness. You want the legs to be sturdy, and if the legs seem too tall and that's what's contributing to instability, then trim those feet or legs down. Any minor flaws on the outside of the bowl are now going to get covered up with our Zentangle designs inspired by your previous drawing assignment. So you can see here the one I created either for your class or another period, I can't remember. I've got spirals, I've got mermaid scales, etc. And I took some lined paper and I redrew 2 sections from my Zentangle drawing from weeks ago. And I kind of pulled 2 sections and they kind of naturally form a bowl shape. You might have that, or you might have boxes of Zentangles or triangles of Zentangles. I kind of have something triangular. You can freehand your design and just kind of look at your original Zentangle project from weeks ago. Or you can trace, you can transfer from paper onto clay, which is what I'm going to show you. Now, tracing works best on lined paper because it's kind of flimsy and wimpy. That's actually a good thing. Computer paper can be a little too stiff and rigid. Cut 2, cutting this out with scissors. So take your design, either your original Zentangle design or another version of it. I recommend another version. Maybe don't cut up the original version, especially if you did a nice job on it. And I may want to put it on that website I told you about. So I've got my second Zentangle version on wimpy lined paper. I'm transferring it to the clay by using water. I'm going to use some water, just a few drips of water to adhere the paper. See, because the lined paper is so thin and wimpy, it allows us to do that. Just be careful if you're using watercolor markers or water-soluble markers. They may smear. Now, I like to use either a dull pencil, as you can see here, or a ballpoint pen to do my actual transfer. So once you've got your paper stuck on, you're going to begin to trace using some firm pressure with either the ballpoint pen. Hopefully you have one laying around your house that's maybe ran out of ink, or you can use a dull pencil, not a sharp pencil. The sharp pencil will rip through your paper, okay? You'll have to clean the pen or the pencil every now and then. A little bit of clay could get on your tool later. You'll see how that happens later. But in the meantime, just start tracing over your designs. You might need to peel the paper back and take a little peek. Don't remove the entire paper, just peel a corner back to see if you've been applying enough pressure. Now, these lines are very faint, very difficult to see. I apologize for that. I might need to get some better lighting in my next video to show you the finished product so you can see it. But as long as the lines are visible enough for you to see, that's what I care about, okay? So I've completed one section with the mermaid scales. Now I'm moving on to the other section of check marks. And I'm applying, some decent pressure so that it leaves a mark. Okay, and again, you can take a peek back and see if your pressure is enough. Don't hulk out and rip your paper, but you might need to put a little extra effort and energy in your tracing. Now, my lined paper design doesn't reach the top of the bowl, so I'm extending my lines. I'm kind of just freehanding that, freestyling. I could use a ruler if I wanted to, if I want those lines nice and straight, but I'm rushing for the sake of this video. So I'm extending those lines just on my own. And That way I don't have this blank area at the top of my bowl. And I'm happy with the way everything transferred, so I peeled the paper off. Again, some lines are more visible on video than others. Now I'm going to kind of clean out my designs, my transfer, so that I can see it better. And again, I can use the dull pencil or ballpoint pen, or you can even use the paper clip I provided in your clay kit. Just kind of unravel your paper clip, and you're going to use that paper clip as a drawing tool if you don't like the ballpoint pen or dull pencil. But a paper clip will work to kind of clean out your lines, make your lines more visible and bold. Okay, right now these are very faint, so I'm trying to fix that issue. And then by the next video, you'll see I should have a completed Zentangle concept kind of wrapping all the way around. Now I can repeat these two sections over and over and over, or I can look at my original concept and maybe go with checkerboard now. Have a new section that's dedicated to checkerboard designs. So you have some creative freedom there.